And we're back.
We're back. I'm Kayla.
I'm Meredith.
And
part 3.
This is update number 3. We're basically just sharing our journey of what we're doing right now, because we don't even really know, but we do know. That's the thing. We know in here what we're doing, but up here, it seems kind of Luda. And so we're just talking about it. We're just sharing about it because, and we'll just keep going from the last one, I guess. But I think if we talked about in the last one how the reason this all kind of started for us was like a quote unquote awakening or whatever. But it's to me, it's just like, and I said this, getting to live the human experience without the limitations that have been projected upon us by the current society. And I don't know, I think that's where it's at, is just wanting a different kind of life. And even though this seems absolutely ludicrous and like we have no safety net, we're just testing it out for all of us, okay, you guys? Mm-hmm. We're doing the Lord's work, as Bethany Frankel says.
We're first on the scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're just letting people know how it goes when you quit your job, which that was a while ago for us. There's other things, but when you just see what fucking happens, when you fuck around and find out.
Mm-hmm. And we've been finding out, that's for sure.
Where do we leave off?
We left off.
We were at the Texaco.
Texaco gas station. We go inside. We're like, hey, can we leave our stuff here? He's like, yeah, you want this little corner? I was like, no, we have a lot more luggage. And I took control once again. I was like, I'd like to leave my stuff at this location behind the building. He's like, okay, that's fine. I was like, great, thank you. Go check out Cookie Chris, our beautiful horse. And I was like,
oh, Cookie Chris.
All right, we're past noon in the day. We got to start seeing what can happen. So I texted Josh, our good husband.
For reference, go watch the last video where we talk about this. But he is the kid that gave me a cigarette, whom Meredith got his number. He said, if you ever need anything, if you come back here, let me know. And we were like, yeah, okay.
And I was like, yeah. And then fast forward 24 hours. I'm like, okay, I'm texting Josh. Text Josh. And he's like, all right, I know exactly where that is. I was like, we're by the horse. He's like, all right, I'm right there. I'll see you soon. Pulls up. I'm like, hey, how are you? He's like, I'm good. How are you? Next question. What do you need? Like a damn dog. Like I got you. And I was like, oh, fuck, yes, thank you. So I told him straight up, I was like, we need a place to stay for 2 nights. We're trying to figure something out. We made a pivot, and now we're here, and we have all of our luggage. And he's like, okay, sounds great.
Actually, I don't think we emphasized how big of a fucking thing that is. We said, just leave us here at the Texaco gas station to the guy we had been traveling with from Seattle. We said, just leave us here in Idaho.
Yeah. We've been traveling with him for
self-credit to us for that.
Yeah. We've been traveling with him for like a week. And then it like, But yeah, we just took control.
Pretty crazy.
And we're like,
we don't like this anymore. Change. So you just do something about it. Even though it seems absolutely insane to do that, something will come to pass.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Don't stay. We didn't have to stay in uncomfortable situation. We're like, nope. Even though we had literally just our luggage and some monies.
Kind of some monies.
Kind of some monies. So then Josh, sweet husband Josh, he picks us up. All of our luggage. He's like, that's not even a lot. I'm like, that's a lot of luggage. We go grocery shopping. We acquainted in his beautiful home, and it just a true triangle of like this blissful, cohesive like energy just like blossomed like overnight. It was just like so in sync, so freely flowing. Just
it was like fam.
Yeah,
we are fam. Very quick.
Yeah, it felt so good, so organic, authentic. I'm going through my own like mini crisis because, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for real this time. I've always had like a safety net that I've provided for myself. Like, well, if this doesn't work out, I have this. If this doesn't work out, this. This is the first time I'm like, well, okay, now we're here.
If this doesn't work out, which what even is this?
Then I'm okay, we're here, and this is what I got, and this is what I can bring to the table, but I'm here. And I'm fully here. I'm fully present because I don't have any other options.
Yeah.
So that's where my unraveling really started. Was when I got to Josh's house to like fully like the stripping of like my old identities, my old comforts, my old support of like my modern life that like started to actually fade away. Because even leaving the camping and the Airstream stuff, like that was like a big band-aid for me to rip off.
Because like a quote unquote safety mechanism, but it didn't feel good. So
Yeah.
is it safe?
It wasn't safe, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So then we're at Josh's house and we're just a little family. We're cooking dinners. We're getting comfortable with one another. He's showing us. He's taking us every day after work. He's taking us somewhere beautiful, and of course we're vibing just in the nature, loving life so hard. He's a basically pro fly fisherman. We're catching amazing fish that's like super rare. We're seeing amazing things happen. He's explaining to us the whole trajectory of how fly fishing works, the science behind it, the bugs, the time of the day, the temperature. Like, it's just, there's so much thickness to fly fishing that he beautifully started to unravel for us. So that was really, really special. We got like the VIP fly fisherman.
Yeah, like that first night he took us like, this is like a crazy area where like presidents go to fish here and whatever. And there's this like phenomenon that occurs where all the mayflies, and again, I'm saying this story because it's when you're in the experience, you're like, what the fuck? How did we land this?
Yeah.
Like that's the point. I think the understanding that we're trying to articulate is that we said, leave us at this fucking gas station. Something better will come.
Yes.
We're picked up by this beautiful soul, and he's like, I'm so sorry, but he's like, I hope you guys don't mind, but we have to go to this place tonight. Like, it's one of the last nights that this is possible, so I have to go try to do it. And
we're like, fuck yeah!
We're like, yes, dude.
Like,
and
we're nature freaks.
It's like when it hits a certain time, it's not based on a set time. It's just kind of like a culmination point that hits at different times each day. But the mayflies will all hatch all day. They're going through this process of being underwater. They're the little nymphs or whatever, and then they'll all hatch, be above the water, and there's thousands of them, and they're like mating right above the water, and that's when the fish come up to try to eat them. But the experience of all of a sudden being surrounded by thousands of mayflies that have just hatched, it's
crazy.
It's like one of those, this isn't something people do every day. Like it's so again, it's like the dirt bike thing. I don't know. Now that I'm saying them, they don't seem as cool, but when you're in them, it's just like, what the fuck? How did we land this? And
I think it also shows how. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think it also shows how, like, if you just make a choice, you'll be presented with like next opportunity. You make a choice, next opportunity.
Because by making that choice, you're setting your standard. You're saying this is that is interacting and communicating with the reality around you. So by you making a choice, you are setting your standard for what you anticipate to occur within your reality around you. And so yeah, of course we were like having these dope ass experiences.
Yeah. We were living here in our hearts for sure. Feeling good. It's all about feeling good.
And so a couple of days had passed, and everyone was kind of like, I was starting to be like, we need to, like, we thought we'd be there a night, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And so about 3 had passed, and then I was like, how do you feel about me ordering my contacts here? Because I need new contacts. And me and Josh had been having significant conversations every evening, so I trusted that he didn't feel like it was a boundary that was being crossed. And in fact, he loved it. Like, and now we're very close with him, and it was just as much it was a mutually beneficial situation, given where he was at in his life and in his journey. You know, and I don't want to share his stuff on here, but like, it was a mutually beneficial situation. And so it's one of those where you're like, dare we say, it was an option that was pre-planned.
Yeah.
An option that was pre-planned to have available should that arrangement come to pass.
Yes.
And everyone felt it. We were all just like,
yeah. I was like, soul connection, contract. Divine timing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And as they're bonding, I'm having my own because I'm going through something totally different. Like I just mentioned before, my strip down has started. So in Idaho it started, and so it was like a big. I mean, it just couldn't be more perfect. Couldn't be more perfect.
I'm trying to think now, what do we share about Idaho? Because my mind's going to a few places that are less like this happened and more like here's what we were experiencing from the perspective of like our own evolutionary journeys, I guess you could say. Like the way I look at even conscious expansion, if you want to call it that. But if you're like looking, like the type of work I do, if you're looking at someone's light structure, their higher self, their blueprint, their soul blueprint, so to speak, and even their oversoul blueprint, it's just light that's existing in a particular formation, etc. And what's happening at this time is this, especially when you choose to be like, yeah, this is what I want to be doing, this is the route I'm going, is like you're met with external circumstances that support you in accessing and remembering that light in a way that allows you to like stabilize it here. Mm-hmm. And so I think we were both in that process can be uncomfortable because it's a process of like letting go of what's dissonant to that, letting go of like fear that wouldn't allow for you to access that or experience your life from that perspective. And so we were both having, yes, different, very different learnings, I guess.
And yes.
Do you want to go into them?
Well, we can.
Oh my god, we don't know what we're freaking doing.
The good background between all of it is like we were supported fully. Another situation where we were safe in a place where we can express ourselves, go in deeper, and like we didn't have to worry about really anything. We were just fully able to feel the support and actually like if we needed to take a slow day or if we needed to go in the woods and just have it like a day or whatever, like we were fully supported, and so we can fully express and fully expand into that newness that was like, okay, you took a jump, you're here, what do you want out of this experience? And then it just started ripping like crazy, at least for me and Kayla. She was on her own experience. Mine was all about, I was truly starting to be stripped down of expectations and of other people's expectations of me, where it's like, no, it's your life. Like, what do you want out of this life and what do you feel most passionate about? And so all the old like identities that I was having and expectations of other people that were like, I felt all my life were like really like pinpointing me down or like just like holding me in a specific situation, like I was breaking free from all those chains. I was truly like doing what I wanted when I wanted at the amount I wanted it, and it was very freeing of me, like stepping fully in my power. And with that, which it was like an extreme 2 weeks of like, okay, here you are. You finally realize this potential you've had all your life, but you've boxed yourself in because of what other people have wanted from you or expected of you or thought of you. And now guess what? Because you're finally in that heart space, leading from that heart space, fully living in that heart space, you're getting so much more is dropping in. And with that all dropping in, everything has to refigure and expand. And so now those 3 weeks in Idaho, one was camping and then the 2 weeks with Josh, it is like a full, like from the first of that trip, like driving into Idaho to finding a comfortable place in Idaho where I can anchor in myself. Like, I'm gonna start crying. Idaho gave me that like time where, and it was like so peaceful and I was surrounded in nature and it was like beautiful weather. Of course I was cold because I was going through a whole spiritual like evolution.
She was cold every day.
I was so freezing every day.
It's like 70 degrees.
But it was just like, you have this beautiful place to like nurture yourself in however way you need to, and there's like no rush. Like if you just need to spend like napping all day, you could do that. And it was just like, it was like I finally gave myself time to rest and like feel it all and see it all and be like, wow, I actually do have this huge part inside me that literally has been wanting to leave the show, but you've like conformed and like caged yourself in for so long because of other people's expectations. So it was really freeing for me. And yeah, I'm really grateful for Josh and all the people we've met along the way. Um, yeah, I just got a lot of love to give, and
this girl got a lot of damn love
a
to give.
lot of fucking love to give, and my heart just feels so free. So I'm so grateful.
I'm damn near about to switch into. This is making me think of something else that I thought we'd do in a separate kind of more talking about energy stuff, but like in the spirit of talking about the amount of love that she has to give. Should I go into this? I was going to talk about the releasing thing.
Sure.
Or should we do it in a separate one?
No, let's just let it rip.
Okay. Because of the way that we work with energy and work with like galactic guides and just work with light structure and consciousness or whatever, there are times where we'll sit down and work will start happening to assist this process of integration. And sometimes that looks like releases that need to occur. And for me, that looks like it moving through my body in a very physical, visceral way, where my body becomes a physical embodiment of the energy that's trying to move out. And I'll sort of, generally speaking, just be observing it. I'm like, I'm out. I'm just watching myself be the vessel for this energy to move through. Because some of the time it doesn't belong to me. It's, ancestral or whatever it is. And in the other day, like that's always kind of how I've experienced it, especially along this trip. Meredith has seen like there's contortioning happening, there's like screaming, like it looks alarming. And I told her, like, I'm not actually feeling that pain, I'm just watching it happen. She's like, okay, that makes me feel better. But the other day, this was happening, and Meredith was standing by me and doing the type of work she does, which really damn near the biggest, like, and I've noticed this the first time me and her ever did work together. The frequency that she is connected to and emitting, which everyone has access to it on some level, but it's just this feeling of pink unconditional love and safety. And when she was sending that, she started saying it out loud. The second she started saying the word unconditional love out loud, I jumped back into my body, and the emotional release occurred where I was connected to it. Like I was like, nah, like sobbing. And I was like, oh, I'm actually feeling it as the experiencer, not just the observer. And I have goosebumps. And the reason is because what Kayla needed, what my body needed was to feel safe enough to be present in the body while having this experience of pain, to allow for it to like I was getting to be connected to the emotional release and not just watching it occur. And I think it just speaks to all she had to do is start saying unconditional love. And I'm not saying that other people can say that, whatever, but I don't know. Something's up with her heart. You know what I mean? Like that is what she fucking brings to the table, amongst many, many, many amongst many, many, many other things. But I just thought it was so crazy how I was like, whoa. The second she said and articulated and was giving me unconditional love, boom, back in my body. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
And so speaking of that, and then we'll cut it, and then maybe we'll keep going again.
Well, we need to keep sharing.
I know, but it's already at 20 minutes again, and we could have did a side thing, but
we got 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess 5 is good. But since we're talking about this, we're gonna do other videos, and I'm gonna share, because right now this is all just on my YouTube account where I was sharing the type of work I do, but I kind of stopped doing that too. So I'm going to start talking about that more. But Meredith and I have been doing some sessions together lately. And honestly, a lot of the time for ourselves, we should just record what's happening for ourselves. Because it's just, I think it's interesting. If you're not into this stuff, it's just interesting. Make fun of it, whatever you want. But
no.
It's also there's cool and impactful, and yeah, that's one of the reasons we're on this
It's I don't think Kayla's given it enough credit. It's very
I
cool.
do that.
It's very, very cool actually to see it and witness it and feel it, and we all have something very cool to offer, that's for sure. But the time being that me and Kayla have gotten to know each other and grow with each other and witness the changes that we are currently going through and have been going through, it really shows like just the momentous, like, what's another word of like rising up? Like it's just like a like it's like a huge tidal wave of like coolness and like effort. I don't know if it's effortless for you, but it seems like it's just like here's this big net of love and healing and help to send, and it's really beautiful to see and witness and feel. It's really cool. I just can't explain how cool it is. I really like it.
I just want to make sure I know you're talking about like the type of work we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we did record us doing grid work once. That's on here. If you want to watch that. We don't know what we're doing in terms of setup or structure, guys. Hey, we're just letting it rip.
Yeah,
our point
it'll
being,
come. It'll come.
Yeah. Our point being,
we're getting there.
If you are picking up our vibe or are interested in work, well, number one, you can join us on Patreon, patreon.com/KaylaShanks, or hit us up. We like doing sessions together and just putting that out there. We also are accepting donations right now.
Yeah.
Just because of where we're at. And here's why I have a hard time saying that out loud. Because I don't want it to seem like we're like, we don't have jobs and we're just expecting donations. Like, that's not what it is. All of this for us isn't leading to more of just wandering in a discipline. It's allowing us the time we need to, for me, I've experienced it as like a 3-year trajectory where there was the saying, I'm done with this old way of living, quitting my job, even though all the other stuff had kind of started coming in and I was doing that type of work kind of, but not really. It was cutting that off. There's a year of just like deconstructing. Then there's a year of like integrating more of yourself. Then for me, I'm stepping into this year of building.
Yeah.
And so I don't need to qualify why we're saying we're open to donations, just because we are, and why not? Also, we'll write a song for you. We like doing that.
We're really good at it.
But the bigger thing is like that's just where we're at, is we're allowing ourselves the time we need while getting our structure set up to be doing the type of work that we feel like we want to be doing and are here to be doing.
Yeah, definitely like an inner revolution that is now like laying the forefront of like the next
foundation.
Yes. The beginning,
Genesis.
The beginning of something right.
Anything else about that we want to share before? I mean, we're at 23 minutes, so I don't know. We're just gonna keep sharing because why not?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, we just have this marvelous story to tell you guys. So thank you for
thanks for listening.
being here.
Bye.